You're tuning in to Mentoring Monday with Felicia Freyall, founder and executive director of Divas Mentoring Program.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It doesn't matter what time of day you all are watching, just as long as you're watching. You're tuned in to another fantastic Monday with Mentoring Mondays. I'm your host, Felicia Freyall, founder and executive director of Divas Mentoring Program.
And I'm Janiyah Villa, a diva, also daughter of the founder.
What? You my daughter, girl? Okay, we play too much. All right, so this week you guys are in store for something fantastic, and I tell you that every week because it's the truth. This week we'll be talking about fighting past your circumstances. Okay, a lot of us are going through so much, and sometimes it may be hard to fight past where we are in order to see where we want to be, but we're going to help you with that this week. Janiyah, tell us our subtopics.
Our subtopics are accepting that you are the chosen one, turn your test into testimony, and stay encouraged.
Let me bring that back real quick. We have accept that you are chosen. A big struggle for most of us, okay? And then you said
turning your test into a testimony.
Turning your test into a testimony. Okay, and what was the third one again?
The third one was stay encouraged.
Staying encouraged. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and break into these topics so we know exactly what we need to deal with. Okay, so for the first one, we have accept that you are chosen. That seems to be such a difficult thing to do because oftentimes we go through so much and we're just trying to figure out, like, how can we make it past where we are right now? Why aren't the bills being paid? Why does our boss keep going down our backs? Whatever the case may be. But know that anytime that you guys are going through something and it's just really, really hard for you to get past it, 9 out of 10 times you're chosen to get through something and to struggle through something, unfortunately, so that something greater can come out of your circumstance. Okay? So even when you're fighting through and you're trying to figure out what direction you're supposed to be going on, are you fighting through this alone? Know that you aren't alone. And know that the fight that you're fighting isn't just for you. It's for the next person that you're meant to help get through their situation. Okay? So don't get caught up in the fact that things aren't always going the way that you expect them to be. Because when you're chosen, to whom much is given, much is required. And we have to remember that sometimes we're going to go through things just to prove that we deserve what we're going to get. Okay? So don't lose faith in that, you guys. And I know it's difficult. I can only imagine because I've been there as well. So, speaking from experience, all I can say is anytime that things get really bad, you guys, the first thing I do is constantly pray. Because I know that when something is really bad, that means God is about to make a breakthrough in my life. And I have to trust and believe that everything that I'm going through is for my greater good. And that no matter what I'm going through, that I'm going to come out of it as a conqueror. Okay? And so are you. So whatever you're going through right now, just take a moment to reflect on it and know in your heart of hearts that you're going to make it through it. You're not the first person to experience it, and you won't be the last. But because of you, someone else will be able to come through their situation. Okay? So make sure that you guys are just taking that time to think about it. Think about the fact that you're chosen and that you're different. And sometimes being chosen means that you're going to have to leave people behind. Janiyah, let's take you for instance. Janiyah, you know you're extremely smart. You've been told that plenty of times. But being extremely smart and knowing that you can't fit into the crowd, how does that impact you?
It's not a good feeling because it feels like you don't have any friends. Like now, me just being in school with a whole bunch of people I used to hang out with, I hang out with anymore. And sometimes it kind of makes you feel like an outcast because, you don't really have anything you can connect to people because not everybody's like you and not everybody has the same wants and needs as you.
That's right. And guess what? Being different is okay. Being different is great, as a matter of fact. When you find out that you are different, some people are going to be left behind. And then God is going to introduce you to other people who are meant to elevate you to a different level that ordinary people just could not even fathom to go there. Okay? So, accept that you are chosen. You are God's chosen people. All right? All right, so Janiyah, go ahead and tell us what our next subtopic is.
Turning your test into a testimony.
Turning your test into a testimony. And I'm going to speak from personal experience on this one because I know sometimes we go through some things and it just seems like we're not catching a break. Like, why us? Why do we have to go through these certain things? Like, why it couldn't be someone else? Okay? For me personally, my biggest test that I can honestly say has turned into my testimony was giving birth to my daughter. I was 14 years old when I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter. Okay? From that time, I had so many people tell me the things that I couldn't do. They told me the things that I would do by the time I graduated, which was have another child. You know, it was so much negativity that was stored up and put against me. But no one actually took that time out to try to help and mold me and to believe in me that I can be more than what I was at that moment. Okay? So whatever you're going through, you can be more than what everyone is telling you. It's all about what you believe in yourself. And if it wasn't for multiple people, but I will say my mother, she was there for me. And something that she told me, I mean, we had a family church back then, and she asked me, was I ashamed to go in? At this point, I did not want to go to church. You know, I just didn't want to be seen by anyone, because here I am, this 14-year-old girl. My daughter's 13 right now. So this 14-year-old girl with this big belly being pregnant and having to go see and be in front of her family, you know, and be judged for being pregnant. So she asked me, was I ashamed? And I told her, no, I wasn't. And she told me, if you're not ashamed, then I'm not ashamed of you. That moment was one of the biggest moments in my life, because it helped to show me that I'm not here by myself. And that even though sometimes we go through our struggles and it seems like we're the only ones that's going through it, God has put people in your life that are pillars that are supposed to help you get through your situations. And another young lady, and I don't even know who she is, and I promise to everything. If for some reason you're watching, I thank you. Because I was in a WIC office, once again, this young girl in a WIC office, and the lady asked me, she actually told me this. She said, I'm not qualified to judge you. The moment that she said that she was not qualified to judge me, I knew that no one else walking this earth was qualified to judge me. So I had to be great. You know, and I turned that test of me being this teen mother, you know, who was told that you couldn't do anything, and I made that my testimony. Graduating from high school on time, going off to college as a first-generation college student, graduating, getting my master's, you know, starting a nonprofit organization. I just continued to build upon that negativity, and I turned it to use it for positivity. And at some point, everyone has to get there. You have to know that the potential that is locked up inside of you is greater than any potential that anyone can ever have for you. The thoughts that we have for you. Only you can achieve that by thinking it for yourself. So don't limit yourself to who you can be. You know, and take this test and everything that you're going through and know that it's meant to help someone else. Because here I am with this nonprofit that helps hundreds of girls to find that self-confidence, to find, you know, who they are, and to be able to give back to the community just as I am. So, Shania, did you have anything to say about, you know, using your test as a testimony?
Well, honestly, if you use your test as testimony, you're helping a whole bunch of people. Like, we were in church today, and they were talking about how inside of us, we can help thousands and thousands of people. Therefore, it's best that we get ourselves together, because if we have ourselves together, then you're helping other people get themselves together. But if you lost in doing everything that you know you're not supposed to do, then everybody that's you're supposed to help, they can't be helped. And they're going to perish, and you're just going to be like lost.
People are waiting for you. You are a blessing to someone. Identify it. Accept that you're chosen. Once you accept that you're chosen, then you can do the job that God has already given you. A lot of us, we're out here working these jobs and, you know, we're unhappy. But the moment that you realize that, you know what, I'm built for something much more than what I'm doing right now. Yes, you may have to take a leap of faith to get to where you want to be. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting there. There is a process to it. The process isn't always going to be easy. A lot of us, we want the quick fix. We want God just to be able to do stuff for us, but we're not putting in the work or the footsteps or sharing our testimony or even having the faith to get through our test. We have to get there. And today is the day. This is the week where manifestations are going to happen in your life as long as you believe. And as long as you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You're fighting through it. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Because someone is waiting on you to get to the finish line. You have to make it. So, our next thing is keep encouraged. Okay? The fight isn't easy. Getting to the finish line won't always be the quickest. However, you have to encourage yourself. You have to stay motivated. Janiyah, what are some of the things that you do to get motivated?
Well, I like to listen to music because music motivates me. Like, if you have those good, encouraging music, I like to listen to that. And I love music, so that's one thing that connects to me. When I'm trying to get motivated, I like to sing, dance, cheer, do some of the things that you like and try to incorporate that in the things that you don't like. Therefore, you have something that makes you want to keep moving. And then, of course, you have your scriptures, so you go through, read your scriptures. Fred, actually, she made me these flashcards, and it's been getting me through my last few days because normally I have a whole bunch of trouble in school and stuff. So she gives me these flashcards to get me past my anger issues or to get me past unencouraging myself and to get me past me not having confidence in myself. It kind of gives me that extra boost. And, of course, you having those friends that do encourage you, that keeps you prayed up even when you don't believe in yourself. They believe in you. So a few things that I like to do.
Write down encouraging words for yourself. Okay? Post them all around your house. Post them on the mirror. Wherever you are the most. Whether it's a refrigerator because you like to eat, because I love eating.
Keep it in your purse.
Keep it with you because you have to motivate yourself. And you have to keep encouraging yourself because the world is meant to break you down. Okay? Every day, different energies are pulling from you. And you'll find yourself completely drained just from an average day of work. But if you have those things to recharge you, such as you are strong, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, you are the head and not the tail, just continue to tell yourself that until you believe it. Even if you don't believe it at first when you first say it. The key is to keep investing into yourself. Keep encouraging yourself. Keep energizing yourself.
And mind over matter, like, you don't mind, they don't matter. Don't let other people bring you down just because their self-esteem is low. Like, continue to build your confidence. It may take a long time. You may not see it at first. But trust and believe, you're powerful beyond measure.
You really are. So, with all that being said, we hope that this Mentoring Monday did a little bit of something for you. Don't forget that you can change the world. And if you don't want to change the world, you can change the city that you're in. Exactly. So just be willing to make a difference because you are the difference. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do our affirmation. This week, I will change the things that I can.
This week, I will change the things that I can.
And I will accept the things that I can't.
And I will accept the things that I can't.
I know that everything is working for my good.
I know that everything is working for my good.
Because I'm hardworking.
Because I'm hardworking.
Humble.
And
working on the attitude of my heart.
And working on the attitude of my heart.
I am God's chosen one.
I am God's chosen one.
And because of the gifts that God has given me.
And because of the gifts that God has given me.
I will do great things.
I will do great things.
All right, it's Monday. It's Mentoring Monday. You guys go out into the world. Be awesome. You have favor and grace on your life. So that means that anything that you touch will prosper. Okay, just believe it and you will be able to achieve it. There is nothing that you cannot do. Fight past your circumstance because there is a light at the end of the tunnel and people are waiting for you to finish this race. So enjoy your Mentoring Monday.
We hope you enjoyed this week's topic. Please join us next week for another session of Mentoring Monday. Also visit our website at www.divasmentoringprogram.com.